If you offer a service and you are running adverts to generate leads, and then your pixel is not tracking those leads, then you are missing very, very important details. Yes, details that would ensure that those leads buy that service that you are actually selling. Welcome to this video where I would show you a step-by-step guide on how to set up lead events in Meta Pixel. If you are just joining us, this is episode 3.4 of our Meta Ads Masterclass. Yes, a free series where I teach you how to run Meta Ads professionally from start to finish. In the previous lesson, I showed you basically how to create a pixel and how to successfully connect your pixel to your WordPress website. I will mention that in this video, we are going to professionally show you how to track lead events on Meta. For those who do not have insight on what a lead event is, a lead event basically is an event that tells Meta that someone has submitted their information, their name, their address, or whatever information you want to get from them, and information that indicates that they want you to contact them for you to offer your service to them. For example, they have filled a form, a contact form on your website. For example, they have registered for a webinar. For example, they have signed up for a course, or maybe requested a quote for you to come give them a quote for the service that you actually offer. So if someone performs any of these actions on your website, it is stemmed to be what? A lead. Now, we tracking that person in order for us to know the person's data on Meta is what we call the lead event tracking, as it were. Yes, there are so many complicated methods of actually tracking this lead event, but I'll show you the easiest method on how to set up lead events right now. We'll be using what we call the Meta Event Setup tool. So for you to track a lead event, simply just do what I'm about to do right now. Remember, you must have installed Pixel on your website. You must have access to that Pixel on your website. Now you go over to your Event Manager section, go over to Event Manager and try to locate that pixel that you have just installed. Go over to Datasets, and for this case, you are going to see that this was the pixel we installed in our previous lesson. If you do not know how we got to this point, please go back to the previous lessons and see a step-by-step guide on how pixel was created and how we got to this point. As you can see, this is basically our pixel overview. And on this overview, you see we have just one event active here, which is what? The page view event that we actually set up while we connected our pixel to our website. So after creating or connecting this lead event, we should be able to see lead event being triggered here or showing here as one that is successfully being tracked. In addition to this page view event. So how do we connect this lead event to this website? Simply put, as mentioned earlier, we'll be using the event setup tool. Now go over to settings here. On settings, you are going to find a tool that is called the Open Event Setup tool. Open Event Setup tool. Now click on this. Once you click on this, it's going to ask you for the link of the website that you actually want to track. Now, please take note. This is not asking you for the link to your website. For example, we have this website V.S.L.concept.com. Now, V.S.L.concept.com is a website that has so many pages. If you go over to this basic computer training page and click on Learn More, you are actually going to find that it talks about basic computer training, and we have a form here, a lead form, where people who are interested in this course will put their details and request for a call for our salesperson or our course advisor to call them. Now, what website are they asking for us here? Is it a link to your internal website or your entire website? Not at all. In this context, they are asking for the link to the page that has that form. Now, what's the link to this page that has this form? You can see it is this page that says vs.com/basic computer trading. So in this context, it is the link to this page that we are actually going to do what? Put in on that website. Why do I say so? This is because it is on this page that we have this button titled Request a Call. Now, I would love to show you or tell you about something that so many marketers make mistake on. Yes, knowing the actual page to actually track a lead event from. I would show you something on this page and show you something on another page so you can see the difference. Now, if you observe, after filling this form, for example this, filling this form, for example this, and then click on request call, you would observe that I was not redirected to any other page. I remained on this page and received this message that says your submission was successful. So yes, I can basically track this request a call button as a lead. But are there instances where I will not need or may not need to track this button as a lead? Yes, there is another instance. What is that instance? It is if this request a call button leads you or redirects you to another page, maybe a thank you page. In that case, you would not need to track this button as a lead. Instead, you will need to track that page as a lead. Let me explain. Take, for example, this contact us page that we have on this website. As you can see here, it says get in touch. If I fill this form here, put in my details, and then put in any write-up here, and then click on send, you would observe that after submitting this button, it redirects me to another page that says, thank you, your details have been received. You will get a call from us shortly. So what am I trying to say? In this instance, where it did not redirect me to any page, I can track this button as a lead event. But in this instance, if I track this button or this other button as a lead event, automatically, I may not be tracking the accurate data. I will explain how and why. So instead of me tracking this button, I will track this thank you page as the lead event. So for this page, if I want to actually track this button, I will just track this URL where I have this request a call button, because it does not redirect me to any other page. But for this instance, if I want to track this lead event from this contact us form, it is ideal that I track this page, this URL that takes me straight up to where? The thank you page. So I'll copy this link here, go over to Event Manager, and I'll paste this link here. And I click on Add Events. As I click on Add Events, you may observe that it is not clicking. So just keep clicking Add Events. You will see that it will come up. So as you see, it has redirected me to that page where I can now be able to do to track this event. Please, don't worry if you don't understand what I've just done. I will go over it again one last time for you to understand. But for now, we want to track this page so that anybody who visits this page, who sees our thank you page, the person should be counted as a lead. How can that be done? You can see we have track new button and track URL. Now we just want anybody who sees this URL to be counted as a lead. I'll just click on track URL. Now what do I want this URL to be like? Select an event. You can see it here, select lead event. Now you can say track the entire URL or a portion of the URL. Let us track the entire URL. Now scroll down, click on don't include value, scroll down and click on confirm. So what we have just done is that we have tracked this URL. So anybody that sees this URL, a lead event will be triggered on our Meta account. So let me click on finish setup, click on finish, click on skip, and then we are good to go. So when I click on data sets, come over to overview, and then we are supposed to see the lead event being fired here or being added here if we are properly tracking our leads as it were. So for us to do that, we need to do what we call test event. So click on test event. Once click on test event, we'll be now asked to do select how we want to test the event. Select channel, website. So confirm your website event are set up correctly. Click on this. And now we'll see the domain here, the link here, click on test events. So it will automatically go to that website or that page that we have tracked the URL, and then we'll be able to see this page. So by the time we go back here and click on this, you will see lead event have been processed successfully. So as you see, the lead event have been successfully done what? Tracked. Please take note that what I've just shown you is basically if you are tracking a lead event or a page that redirects you to a thank you page. If you are tracking a page that redirects you to what? A thank you page, as I have just shown. Now we want to imagine that this page does not refer or take us to a thank you page. When someone clicks on send here, automatically the person is going to receive a short message just like this saying your submission was successful. In that way, we won't be needing to do what? Track the link of that thank you page. Instead, we're going to be tracking what? This button, this send button. How can that be done? Again, I'm going to show you how to set up the lead event tracking this button right now. So first of all, I'll click on copy this URL here of the contact us page, the page where you have the form. So assuming I want to track this request a call button, I'll be tracking this page. See the link here. So I'll go back to Event Manager, click on Settings, go back to Event Setup Tool as we did the last time. Scroll down to Open Event Setup Tool. And then I'll be putting in the link of what? The page that has the form. Remember, in this context, it does not redirect us to a thank you page. So I'll copy this link and then come back here and I'll paste the link here. Click on Add Events. So immediately after clicking on Add Event, you are now going to see the same interface it brought us the last time we tracked the URL. That anybody who visits that URL should be tracked as a lead. But in this context, we're now imagining that there is no thank you page. We want to track this button. So what should you do? Click on Track New Button. So by the time you click on Track New Button, you are going to see that all buttons on the page will be highlighted. They are asking you to select the button that you want to track. I'll come over to this Send button and click on this Send button. Now set up the event type you'd like to track. Set it up as a what? As a lead event. Do not include value. Click on Confirm. Automatically, we have tracked this button as a what? As a lead event. Now, if you have this form on so many places on the page, for example, on this section, for example, we have request a call here. I believe if we go down here, we'll see another form again, request a call. We go down and we'll see so many buttons. If you have so many of the buttons on the page, just one event tracking like this, as we have just done, will automatically track all the buttons on the page. So you don't need to do them individually. You just do one like this and all the buttons are tracked. So click on Finish Setup. Once you click on Finish Setup, click on Finish and then click on Skip. You are good to go. So I've just shown you two ways that you can actually use to do what? Set up a lead event. The very first way is if your Contact Us button or your lead or your form redirects your user to another page. What should you do in that instance? Ensure that what you are tracking is the thank you page. Second, if your form does not redirect user to another page, just track the button like as I have done in this context. These are the two main ways of tracking lead events on your website. Now, which of these two ways do I recommend as a professional? I will recommend you setting up a thank you page on your website. It is going to give your pixel accurate data. What do I mean? Is it everybody that comes to this page that clicks on this send that actually fills this form? The answer is no. Some persons will just come here, put in anything they like here, and then they click on send. Even though you have not received their details, the pixel is going to fire or trigger the lead event because this send button has been clicked. But in the case where you have a thank you page, they must see that page first before the pixel fires as a lead event. I hope you understood exactly how I've taken my time to show you professionally how to set up a lead event right here in this video. If you find this video helpful, click on the subscribe button, like this video so many other persons can see how to professionally set up a lead event right there on their event manager. As mentioned, if you are just joining us, this video is just a part of our Meta Ads Masterclass, where we have so many videos showing you basically how to professionally run adverts on Meta. In the comment section below, you will find a pinned comment that carries the link to the entire playlist of this course. I highly recommend you check the comment section below, click on that link, see the full masterclass, so you'll be able to understand how to professionally run ads on Meta. Now I've just showed you one aspect, which is doing what? Showing you how to set up a lead event. How about if you run an e-commerce website and you actually want to run or track add-to-cart events? You want to track purchase events? Don't worry, that's exactly what we'll be doing in our very next lesson. In the next lesson, I'll be showing you how to track add-to-cart events. There is a twist, a big twist in that context. When you see that twist, you'll be mind blown. If you are fortunate, you'll see that video showing right here on your screen. But if not, turn on post notifications so you can see when that next episode is going to drop. Before then, ensure you see all the other lessons we have in this masterclass. I will see you in the next lesson where I'll be showing you how to professionally track the add to cart button for an e-commerce website. Yes, a website that has so many products. Get ready to be mind blown. I'll see you in the very next lesson.